So, welcome to Northern Powerhouses, our business success story series of interviews where we discuss with local business leaders the backgrounds, their successes, their challenges, and what's really driving them forwards. And this afternoon, I'm delighted to have with us back Vicky Simpson, who's CEO and owner of the VCare group of companies. So, Vicky, thank you so much for talking to us again today. And I thought it'd be great just a real catch up from I think we first spoke in June 2021 and be keen to know how things have developed over time.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of changes and a lot of growth. Um, I think we, from 2021, it was just after COVID, and now we're in 2025, and I think we're on company number 6.
Company. And how many do we have when we in 2021, was it?
So it was just the one company in 2021. So
Well,
now with some of a couple of well, one company has split, or two
yeah.
companies have split, but that's just for their own growth. But yeah, we've now up to company number 6, and a couple of partners along the way of other companies as well.
Wonderful. So we've grown to from 1 to 6 companies, brought a couple of partners in on one or two of the more specific specialist companies that we have in the group. Maybe I think it would be great just to list where you are. Obviously, primarily we're focused around care, but
Yeah.
what do all the companies do?
So we're primarily health and social care, and they're all related to health and social care. So we've got a private ambulance that does mental health transport and PTS work. We've also got children's residential homes. We've got an independent school, an alternative provision attached to, which is a bit of an add-on to the independent school. We've got a property holding company, a training company, an agency, a staffing agency, which is again health and social care. And what else have we got? Another training company that we're in partnership for bereavement and going into workforces and helping retain staff and encouraging staff to return back to work with after grief and loss.
Wow. Wow. So a lot diversification in a particular area. And I know from some of the work we've done together that, your focus is on providing the highest level of care in whatever scenario that is, whether it's the children, whether it's transport. That's obviously key to you.
Yeah, and I think like every part of so basically, I think the growth has been natural through that diversification of I see the gap. Through the services that we're starting, we see, oh, right, yeah, that is it. Well, we're really struggling to fill that. We need that as part of our, whether it be our registrations or standards that we're meant to keep, and we're having back. If there's barriers to something, my answer is, well, if there's a barrier and I can't solve it and nobody else is going to solve it, I'll just open another company. So hence why we, as part of our compliance, we would get penalised with Ofsted in the children's home because we were struggling to get our children into education, for example. So it was a case of, I can't get them into a school, I'll just open a school. So that's what we did.
Wonderful. And
If
and
we can't fix it, we will.
absolutely. And that reminds me a little bit of the spark for starting a business in the first place. What was the key spark for doing so right from day one?
It was always been, I was told that I was doing it. I was doing the crisis placements and the transport for another company. I whistle blew on it, and he dismissed me. I got the sack. So I thought, sorry, I'll set this up myself then, but I'll do it better and make sure that I'm in compliance. So that's what I did. And then I had an ex-husband that told me that I would never actually amount to anything, and then I never succeed in my business. So again, I just wanted to prove him wrong, and hence where I am now in a multi-million-pound corporation. So
Wonderful.
with businesses now.
Wonderful, and a couple of two fingers to both of those. So
Yes.
that's absolutely wonderful. So let's just talk. Let's talk a little bit. Obviously, we talk numbers of businesses. Let's just do, if we may, just 2021. Just the maybe revenue and profit types or revenue profit people type numbers.
Yeah, so back in 2021 when we first met, turnover was 3.1 million. In 2024 for VCare, so that was just VCare because we just had the one company.
Yep.
And for 2024, VCare did 6.1. But I will also say for 2020, no, it wasn't. It was 2023. So we did. So for each year, we have made a 2 million growth over the last few years. in revenue.
Brilliant. And did you say, I think there was an extra little bit to add to the 6.1?
Yeah, so overall, obviously, because the last couple of years we've opened up a lot of companies and we've been investing in them, but the overall total across all the companies, it was 7.7 million across all the companies.
Wow. So that's just short of 150, about 148% growth in revenues over that period of time.
Yeah.
Which is pretty phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. And in terms of people,
so in terms of staffing, in 2021 we had about 90 staff. We've now got across all the organisations 250 employees.
incredible. So that's 178% growth.
Yeah.
And we were talking just before we started about profit. We're not going to necessarily share the profit figures directly, but the profit from we've got 148% increase in revenues, but a 268% increase in profits.
Yeah, not bad for my little girl that never finished school, is it?
Absolutely incredible.
I'm told I would not succeed.
Absolutely incredible, and really well done for doing so. And we're going to talk a little about learnings in a second, but if we just stick with numbers for a sec, what does the next 5 years look like? What's your sort of forecast for the business? We've gone 3.1, 7.7. Where are we going to be in?
So we have just on with our growth plans for the next 5 years and working with them alongside with the bank and the team all together. We are looking at for the 5-year growth plan for in 5 years to be hitting a target of 25 million.
Wow.
I also forgot to say we've got currently, from having no assets within it, we've now got within the property portfolio, we've currently got 3 million property portfolio. And then our projections for 5 years, our aim is to have to have at least a 10 to 12 million pound property portfolio as well.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. It's we've been working together for a little while now, and it's just been great to be part of that journey of your entrepreneurship. And what would you say some of the highlights of your journey so far, and the things you've learned, the things you've achieved?
Highlights is I've achieved where I'm not involved as much as I was. Like from when I first met you, I was like doing the 900 hours a week. You've taught me, and through some of your connections, I've built a really good team. Like through working together, I think we've met. You've done introductions, which some of them are either business partners or working for me now. So I've built a really good, strong team. But also, I think our biggest thing has always been the cash flow. Yeah. Management. We have got such a good oversight of the cash flow now. We know when we've got money coming in. We always work on a worst case scenario, and across all of the companies, we put a combined cash flow, so we know where there's going to be bumps in the road, even a year down the line, so we can work on that. And that's been sort of like detrimental. Well, no, a positive, should we say, as a real positive impact on us as a company to grow. I mean, I think it was last Christmas, not Christmas just gone, the Christmas before. I will say we don't have it. This is all the growth has been pretty much through, yes, a bits of lending, but we don't invoice finance. We have no overdrafts. We did have invoice financing back for a short period for 2023. I did it when I first set up the company in 2018. We paid it off, then we went back into it. But in 2023, we paid off because the bank pulled the plug on invoice financing to all of the organisations, not just us. And they gave everybody an 8-week notice over the Christmas period. We paid 500,000 back in 8 weeks.
That's 500,000 back on a business that's probably doing 4.55 million, I guess. So 10% of the turnover of the business we had to find in terms of straight cash. Yeah. You had to find in sort of straight cash in an 8-week period.
Yeah.
Because you've got control of your business and your businesses, which is stunning, wonderful, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I mean, what an amazing journey from where you are to where you're going to get to. I guess finally, what would you say to anyone who's thinking of going to business?
think cash is key. No, cash flow is key. Not cash is king. It's cash flow. And I will say, surround yourself with a really good team. I don't think, from my experiences, it takes a while to find the right match of team. You'll always never give up. There's always be solution focused. You might always sometimes take 5 steps forward, 4 back, but there's always a way around it. But managing your cash flow is definitely always based on worst case scenarios, so you can plan where you need to make savings. Yourself, like back in 2021, I work closely now with my ex-bank manager. I used to have calls every month saying, can you support me to do my payroll? The cash was always coming in, where we learned to adapt to say, right, let's hold off paying that. Let's get the payroll paid. Then I don't need to go to the bank. It's very difficult, I think, for any business now setting up, because banks don't want to lend. They force you through into things like invoice financing and things like that. And the only way you can make exits from them is by having really good cash flow, because I feel like it's a bit like monopoly money. But if you get a late payment, our finance team are amazing at getting money in from our customers. Most of our customers pay within 30 days.
Right.
They're normally 60 days. The team are on it that much that we get paid before 30 days. We say, right, you're never allowed to go over that buffer. You have to be on it, and you have to get those clients to pay the money.
Brilliant. Well, it's been an incredible journey. We've got a lot further to go. We'll keep recording the progress that you're doing, but
let's see another 5 years. Another 5 years when you we do another recording, whether I've hit that 24 million, shall we? I'm sure we will.
I've no doubt we will. I've told you many times. I've no doubt we always find a way. But brilliant. Yeah, anything else to add to that from your learning to experience highlights? Any other thing that doesn't need to be? It's I think we've said.
You know me. I'm not really one for thingy. I think the other day I managed to buy my daughter a home. To buy her a new house. So she's borrowed a farm, and I think, well, if I look back on my journey in 2020, from 2020, when we were running at a loss to where we are now, it does make you feel really proud of yourself that I've managed to achieve that. I've won quite a few business awards as well of late, which is great, and it's like all about that recognition for the team.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't give up. There's always a way, and I think you've just got to. I'm very much nobody can tell you that you can't. Nothing's impossible. You just have to I'm one for not going things like my bank manager say, you never do anything the direct route. We know there isn't any point saying no, because you're just going to do it anyway. So yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I think I really believe you engender the absolute personality of an entrepreneur, an entrepreneurial person in its true form. So I have to say, it's been a delight working with you so far. I'm looking forward to the next stages of the growth. But for now, really well done, and thank you.
Thank you.